Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my wonderful, wonderful sleep clinic where we talk about lots of different issues. And I'm really excited today. We've got Liz Hutchings, Style Coach. Wonderful. Talking to us and how about sleeping? What do we sleep in? Over to you, Liz. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Right, so I'm just going to have to share my screen, aren't I? So yeah, if I just do that, hopefully it will work. Just pop that on to play. So my name's Liz Hutchings and I'm a style coach. So normally I help people find clothes to express themselves. But actually I'm going to talk today about sleepwear and how important it is to get the right sort of fabrics for you so that you can feel comfortable and you can have a good night's sleep. So most importantly for me and my clients is that I like people to have their clothes feel like a second skin. It's really important that you feel comfortable in your own style and that you express your personality through your clothes as well. So as I said, it's really important to aid a good night's sleep to get you feeling comfortable in the clothes that you wear at night. So I don't know what you wear currently in bed. You might wear luxury pajamas, silk pajamas, cotton, nightie, maybe you wear shorts and t-shirt, or maybe you wear nothing at all. So we're going to talk about different types of nightwear. So the thing to consider is to consider the type of fabric that you're using so that you can really sort of feel comfortable, and you might want to experiment with different fabrics because obviously we all have individual needs. We have different body temperatures. We need to consider our climate that we live in, maybe the time of the year, because obviously this time of the year it's now getting cold. You know, we're all maybe needing to not want to put our heating on too much. So using the right materials to get those effective body temperatures is really, really helpful. You also maybe think about skin conditions as well and allergies that you might have, because that can affect you in the types of material that you wear up against your skin. So it really is quite important what you wear in bed, because it really can affect the way you have a good night's sleep. So the best types of material that are really effective for temperature control, to regulate your temperature, are properties that are called moisture wicking. And what this does is it draws the temperature, it draws the moisture out quickly away from your skin. And it also helps to keep you cooler. And if it's a good type of moisture wicking fabric, it will dry really, really quickly. So if you think about when you're in bed and, maybe if you suffer with night sweats and you've got if you're suffering with the menopause or you're just generally a hot person at night, if you wake up feeling hot and sweaty, if you've got cotton sheets, you may well find that you just feel really damp and cold. And again, that's to do with the type of material that it is, which I'm going to talk about a little bit further. So fabrics to consider, I'm going to talk about cotton, linen, bamboo, silk, merino wool, and nylon and polyester. So obviously all these different fabrics have different properties in them. So a lot of people will go for maybe a natural fiber type material. So things like your cottons, your linens, your bamboos, your silks, and your merino wools are obviously all natural materials. And a lot of these have really good moisture wicking properties in, as does nylon and polyester, but they all give off different things. So you might find with your cotton, because it has the ability to really, really soak up a lot of moisture, you will find that it takes the moisture away quickly. But the problem is with cotton is it doesn't dry very quickly. So that's why you might find with a shirt, you may have sweaty, looking armpits, and they don't dry very quickly if you're perspiring. Whereas linen is a little bit lighter. It has a natural ability to keep you cool. It's a lighter fabric. It does dry quicker than cotton. But something like merino wool will really dry like exceptionally fast, and it can take up to 30% of weight in its moisture in the fabric. And it has a really good ability to not only keep you cool, but it also keeps you warm. So it's a really good option. It's a very lightweight material, and for whatever reason, it doesn't hold on to odor, so it's considered really good, particularly for people maybe who do sport and things like that. It's a very common one for, you know, for doing sports in and winter sports and things like that, because you don't have to wash it so frequently as well. So then you've got bamboo, so cotton, linen, bamboo and silk and merino wool are all slightly more expensive to buy. Silk is definitely one of the most expensive, but also is bamboo. So bamboo really helps, again, natural regulator for your temperature. It's also hypoallergenic, as is silk and merino. Some of them are antibacterial as well. So this is quite a good thing for people with more sensitive skins. So if you've got like a skin condition or a sensitive skin, you might want to consider using a more natural fibre. These are very, very breathable, these types of fibres. And obviously you consider your own body temperature, because your own body temperature might be, you might be hot or you might be a cold person. So they're quite good ones. And then obviously your nylons and your polyesters, most common used, very affordable. They are derived from petroleum, so they do have chemicals in them. They obviously are flammable as well, but they do have really good moisture wicking properties, and they dry very quickly. So they're used a lot in, like, you know, used a lot in clothes, but they're used a lot for sportswear, so that you sweat and then you dry very quickly. So they're very, very helpful for that as well. Maybe not so comfortable if you've got sensitive skin, and they do cling on to the odor sometimes as well, so they're not always the most best. So I've just got a list there of pros and cons. Hopefully I can somehow get this presentation to you so you can read it further, but the pros and cons obviously are a lot of the things that I've discussed. So, you know, you go for more of a natural fibre, it's more sustainable, it doesn't cling onto the odours, it's heat regulating. And then obviously the cons for some of the things is they don't dry quickly, they're not sustainable, make you sweat more, make you feel more uncomfortable, etc. So the other things to prioritise obviously is the fit, the comfort and the temperature of your room. So does it fit well? Is it too tight? Is it restricting you? Is it too loose, so you're getting all tangled up in your bed covers, which sometimes I think happens? Is your room temperature good? Because if you're a hot person, you don't want your room temperature too hot. You want to go to bed warm. Make sure your feet are warm so that you don't sort of already go to bed feeling cold. So bed socks are quite handy, but make sure that they're not too thick and they're quite loose fitting. And then think about your skin conditions, so choosing the right fabric for that, and any allergies that you might have, because if you've got allergic allergies and dust mites and you're sensitive to things like that, then obviously your more natural fibres will be better for that. Or you can sleep naked. So naked is potentially really good for regulating the body temperature. For those of us who do suffer with night sweats, it's really good for obviously just keeping that at a lower temperature. If you're a woman and you suffer with yeast infections, then it's obviously good for circulating the body. They say for men, it is really good. Sleeping nude is beneficial for fertility. Obviously, also you might consider that, you know, you feel closer to your partner, so it's good for relationships. And then it's really good for circulation, to benefit your heart, your muscles, and to reduce, as I said, any skin irritations. So there is a benefit from sleeping in the nude. The other things you could consider would be like wearing an eye mask. So if you're sensitive to light, it would just block out the light. Sometimes it feels quite soothing and calming to wear an eye mask as well. So that's something you might consider. It's maybe not recommended for people with acne or sensitive face skin because of the rubbing and the buildup of bacteria on the skin. But obviously silk is probably one of the best, silk or bamboo, or those natural fibres would be the better fabrics to pick. And then you can wear a nightcap, which is great if you've got very long or curly hair or very fine hair and it gets all tangled and messed up in your sleep. Perhaps if you feel a bit hot around the neck area, if you've got long hair, so that can be quite useful for that, and keeping you a lot cooler as well, and then waking up with your hair not looking too messy. So really, that's the end of my presentation. Really consider choosing the right type of material for your own individual needs, to really regulate your body temperature at night time and have you feel comfortable and having a restful and a good night's sleep, which I know we all want to have. Can't move on to my next slide now for whatever reason. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation. And if you need any more help with finding your best loungewear or your sleepwear or any general advice for your style, your clothing, your wardrobe, or any of your attire, then please feel free to contact me and we can book you in a free discovery call. So I've got a website and my social, so it's Liz Hutchings Style Coach. Usually if you put on LinkedIn, I'm Liz Hutchings Style Genie. And then I also do have a few links there for, you know, some recommendations of to get some sleepwear. So you've got lilysilk.com and Cyber Jammies, and then nighttire.com and The White Company. These are all quite good ones for all your natural fiber type materials. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you found that helpful.
Thank you very much, Liz.
I'll stop.